Understand your rights during police encounters to ensure your safety and justice.
During a police stop, what to do and how to respond and how to protect yourself, whether you are driving, if you're walking, or just out in the public. Encounters with police can happen unexpectedly. Knowing your rights can help you stay safe. It can help you avoid unnecessary escalation and ensure your civil liberties are protected. So in this episode, we'll explore common scenarios, understand why police behave the way they do. We're going to outline your legal rights and provide you practical steps on how to respond during a police encounter and what to do afterward if your rights are violated. You see, the core point of today's discussion is that we want you to get justice if your right is being violated. But you can either get that justice while you are dead, or you can get it while you are alive. At the same time, there's a probability that you can be dead and still not get justice. If we flip the coin again, you can get justice while you are alive, and at the same time, there's a probability that even though when you are alive, you may not get justice. But I believe one is better than the other. If you are dead and you still not get justice, you lose on both sides. But if you are alive, yet you still don't get justice, you do not lose on both ends. But hear me out. You live to fight another day. What is more important than being alive? Is you getting justice more important than being alive? Knowing your right during a police stop. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Adedigenesis, the Nezora, where we discuss your right, safety, and how you can navigate a complex situation in today's world. Why this topic matter? Police encounter can be stressful, and in some cases, it can escalate into a situation where your civil rights are at risk. Understanding your rights empowers you to navigate this situation safely and take action if something goes wrong. Report of excessive force or discrimination underscores the importance of being informed. In a routine traffic stop, imagine you are driving home and suddenly a flashlight appears behind you. The police signal you to pull over. The behavior you will expect from such police after they pull over is that they may approach you politely or aggressively. They may ask for your driver's license, your registration, and proof of insurance. Sometimes they ask where you are going or about your whereabouts. What is most important here is that police are acting under the authority granted for traffic violations or if it is under suspicious or criminal activity. As that being said, let's look at the second scenario. Stop and search. You are walking in your neighborhood and police approach you. They may say that they are looking for a suspect that matches your description. The behavior of police in this scenario may be that they may ask to search your person or your belongings if you have a backpack or whatever. They could act assertively if they suspect criminal activity. You need to understand that police need a probable cause or a warrant for a search. But sometimes they justify searching based on suspicion. Scenario number 3, unlawful detection or questioning. Police may approach you without clear reason. They may ask you questions or probably blocking your path. They may say you are detained or under investigation. Behavior you will expect from a police in such scenario is that questioning without clear ground, trying to get you to consent to a search or a conversion. So, in this scenario, what is more important to you is that you are not obligated to answer questions beyond you identify yourself, unless you are required by law and you want to check the law of your state or where you are. Okay? We're going to look at why do police behave the way they do. First, training and protocol. You see, officers are trained to handle various situations. Sometimes it can be aggressive to ensure their safety and enforce the law. They are trained to observe behavior, suspect threat, and respond accordingly. If they perceive threat, police often act assertively. If they perceive a threat, whether real or perceived, this can include raising their voice, aggressive gesture, or suspicion based on appearance. If we look at the legal authority, police have specific power, like stopping a vehicle, conducting searches, or detaining individuals, but these powers are limited by the law. You see, excessive or unwarranted actions can violate civil rights. Misunderstanding or misconduct, not all police behavior is justified. Sometimes officers may act beyond their authority or probably violate rights due to bias or lack of training. The key point here is that you need to understand why police behave a certain way. Can help you better respond, recognize when behavior is unjustified. Moving forward, your rights during a police encounter. You see, the right to remain silent. You do not have to answer questions beyond providing your name and identifying yourself. If required by law, you can politely say, I choose to remain silent. Remaining silent is often the safest route to prevent self-incrimination. You need to understand that in some jurisdictions, refusing a search can escalate the situation. Know your local laws, like I said before, your right to ask if you are free to leave. Ask, am I being detained or am I free to go? If they say you are free to leave, calmly walk away. If detained, ask, am I under arrest? You have the right to record police encounters with your phone or cameras as long as it doesn't interfere with their duties. You may be required to provide your ID if legally mandated, such as during a traffic stop or if law enforcement has reasonable suspicion or probable cause. Now, how to respond effectively? My advice would be that stay calm and be respectful. Your tone and your demeanor matters a lot. Stay calm, respectful, and avoid aggressive language or gesture, which can escalate the situation. Be polite, but be firm, be firm. Clearly state your rights. For example, I do not consent to a search. Am I being detained? If not, I would like to leave. Record the encounter if legal in your jurisdiction. Start recording by saying, I am recording this encounter for my safety. This creates accountability and provide evidence if rights are violated. I will also say that if the officer has a name tag, address them by their name, all right? If police say that you are not under arrest, ask, am I free to go? If yes, say come and walk away. Do not try to resist arrest. It can lead to a violent and additional charge. If you believe your rights are being violated, do so calmly. What to do after you encounter the police? Document everything immediately. Write down the date, the time, the location. Note the officer names, their badge numbers, the vehicle details. Record what happened, including any threat or misconduct. All this documentation you have or that you have written down is going to be your evidence. You gather all those evidence, save video or photo from your phone, collect witness statement if available or if anybody is present. You can now file a complaint, contact the police department, their internal affairs division or their civil review board, detailing what occurred. Then if you do not get justice from there, you can now seek legal advice. So moving forward from here, you can contact an attorney who specializes in civil rights or police misconduct. They can advise on further legal action including if you need a lawsuit. You need to know your local laws and resources. Learn about your rights. Reach out to civil rights organizations for support and guidance. Like I said before, the goal of this video is to get you home safe when you encounter a police stop. I would like us to understand one thing, that police are also human beings. They have families and they want to get back home safe. In some cases, police action can be due to the fact that they are also trying to be safe. They want to go back home. We've seen instances and cases whereby in a traffic stop and police life was lost. So we need to understand the fact that being a policeman, you cannot be too careful, most especially in a world that is full of guns and illegal guns. You will understand that you cannot blame police to be too careful or to be too cautious of his safety. Everybody want to go home safe. So if they act in certain way, probably it may be because how you respond to their routine check. And in some cases, I understand that there's some dirty police, but we also need to be aware that whatever mindset you have about the police, I will encourage you to erase it first and have an open mind anytime you are being stopped by the police. Unless you have something that can incriminate you, and that is the only reason I will see why you don't want to cooperate with the police authority. There's no need for you to escalate an issue with the police. It is going to be a fruitless effort, but you can be well assured that by your turn, you can either escalate an issue or de-escalate an issue. And one more thing I would like to add is that your response and your attitude can sometimes help you in calming down an aggressive police officer. But if a police is already aggressive and you are trying to match that energy, trust me, you may end up escalating an issue for no reason. If you're a good and law-abiding citizen, I see no reason why you will want to give a police an headache just for a routine check. If this is a traffic violation, the worst that can happen is you get a ticket. Getting a ticket is far, far more safe and better than trying to escape not getting a ticket and escalate something that could have cost you maybe $70 or $75. Now it's going to cost you a jail time. We just need to be aware that police are out there for our safety. They are out there to uphold the law. And if you find yourself breaking one of those laws, be responsible enough to face the consequence. Running away from police that can lead to a police chase, you are not only putting your life in danger, you are putting the life of the policeman in danger and other road users. All right? So please, there's no need to running away from the police if you violate a traffic law or argue with the police, no matter how the case may be, even if the police is the rude type or they address you in a way that make you angry. Calm down, relax yourself, breathe. Let your response be that response that will take you back home safely. Like I said, the only people that can say that my right is being violated is those ones that are still alive. And I hope this makes sense to you. In conclusion, know your right to remain silent. You can review search and record police. Stay calm, be respectful, and firm during encounter. Document everything and seek legal help if your rights are violated. Remember, awareness and preparation are your best tool for protecting yourself. If you find any value in this video, share this information with friends and family and stay safe if this really helped you. Thank you for tuning in into the ADDJ Nexus. If you have questions or topics you'd like us to cover, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updates. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and stay blessed. Bye-bye.